Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to go ahead and talk about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Okay, so next week is the season finale. Thank God. This season was actually good. I haven't reviewed Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. It's been a minute, I guess, of 2 3 years maybe. But this season was actually really, really good to me. Um, Anyways, it starts off where it left off. Listen, I feel like Spice is overreacting. I feel like Bambi is lying. I think that part. So one of you mentioned something in the comments, um, and I feel like this may also be a part of it too. Because remember when we were having a conversation about Spice, and I was saying that I haven't really watched the show like that um, as of recently. Um, but I don't remember Spice ever being like this chaotic. Like this season, like Spice just been like really, really like rah 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 rah, right? Um, and then one of you mentioned, well, if we take into account that this is also the season where Spice had I guess a near death or a death experience when she went through whatever she was going through in the DR. Um, and maybe she hasn't fully healed from that, and that has her on edge with everybody. I could see that because, like I said, I'm not saying that Spice walks on water, and I'm not saying that Spice hasn't been part of the mess. But this is the first time that I can remember Spice ever just really getting on my nerves. Like this, like the beginning of the season, Spice, I just felt like um, she just got on my nerves. She wasn't being honest in some situations. I felt like a little bit she was picking on Carly Red. I felt like she really wasn't being honest when it came to like the Carly Red and Carly not giving out the information when her team or sister or somebody from her side told her not to. Um, but it still doesn't take away from the fact that Spice, you still doing a lot, right? You still doing a lot. I feel like the way that you're cussing at Bambi is completely unnecessary. I get that Bambi, in my opinion, was lying straight to Spice's face, and that could be a part of it too. Like you don't want anyone tap dancing on your intelligence. We're not gonna sit here and act like we believe that Bambi hadn't talked to Erica. Everybody at that table had caught wind of what had happened. Everybody knew what had happened. Everybody had heard, right? And I don't believe that I think Bambi pulled the same stunt that she pulled when Ciara let us know when they were at Bambi's house. They were supposed to be talking about something, and Bambi tried to act like she didn't know about Safari trying to talk to Sierra, even though Bambi had known because Sierra said she had already told Bambi, but she acted like she didn't know in that scene. I feel like this was another one of those scenes. Bambi acting like she just didn't know. Um, anyways, um, but yeah, Spice Girl, you do too much. I understand, but you still did too much this season. Um, and it's so crazy because even with Bambi, like Bambi is not innocent, right? We know the stunts and shows she likes to pull. Even when she was recording Scrappy. Remember when all that mess was going on between her and Imani and Erica, and she was recording Scrappy and her having a conversation. I don't think Scrappy knew that Bambi was recording him. It was a whole mess, right? So we know that Bambi got dirt underneath her fingernails, but I always feel like in these situations on the show, it does come across as like they're tag teaming Bambi. You see what I'm saying? So even though I know Bambi again, but I didn't like the way Shakana and Spice were doing Bambi. I just didn't like it. It was team too much. I don't know who put a battery in Shakana's back. I don't know. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and let Amy Luciani, whatever her last name is, know. gorgeous girl, gorgeous skin, nice body. But she was trying to tell Bambi to basically don't pay Shakana no mind. Like she ain't no girlfriend. I think she insinuated something about Shakana being a side chick. She ain't no wife. Girl, all I'm gonna say is this. Y'all know I got something to say. Let's just go around the table and talk about the wives at the table. Because y'all always want to throw being a wife in somebody's face or not having a ring. Let's just talk about the wives at the table. We can start on that end. Let's start with Bambi. We see what she's going through with Scrappy. Scrappy literally admitted to cheating on Bambi at the table. I don't know if y'all caught that, but we're gonna get into that in a little bit. She going through what she going through with Scrappy. But you got the nerve to throw out there, you ain't got no business going back and forth with somebody who ain't no wife. Girl, look at what being a wife got Bambi. Let's move on to Sierra. Sierra let us know that her husband, who she had to try and sneak out of the house for and move, was calling her all types of bitches and hoes and disrespecting her in front of her son. That's the second wife. Let's go on down to, I think, Gandhi. Let's go to her. She's the one who was in front of Mendici's prison while he was locked up, out there hollering and screaming. I think she was fighting for prison reform, getting maced in her face for this man to get out of prison and for her to ask him, would he hold her down if the roles were reversed? And he said, I don't know. She's a wife. Let's keep on going. Let's get to Rashida. Kirk and his 3 earrings had a whole baby. A baby on her. Erica ain't even there, but let's bring her into it too. You see what her husband did to her? She went from 150 to 120 pounds on accident because her nigga was wearing her low. So while you out here, Amy, talking about, oh girl, she ain't no wife or whatever about a wife, girl, look at the wives around the table. They all been drugged by their knuckles. That's the gag. That's the gag. That's the gag. Every single woman at that table who is married has been disrespected by their husband, has been dragged by their husband. And for some reason, you out here still throwing a wife in somebody's face. Did I just make it? Did I just make everything that I just said? Did I just make it up? Or did it happen? Can't nobody tell me that I'm lying. You might not like what I said, but you can't say that I'm lying. Shakana, she's another fool. She's standing up telling Bambi, even though I don't believe that Bambi was fasting, I don't think Bambi fasted for spice. I don't think her and Erica was telling bold-faced lies. Shakana tells Bambi, while you was fasting for spice, you should have been fasting for these niggas, for your marriage. It's to death do you part. Shakana, you don't have no man because I've heard you be very vocal about how you know how these niggas ain't shit. This is what Scrappy said. Scrappy said, "How you find out your dude is texting a girl, and 2 days later you file for divorce? She set me up for it." Let me repeat again what Scrappy said. Scrappy said, "How you find out your dude is texting a girl, and 2 days later you filing for divorce?" This is what it comes down to. When you look around, and especially this group, every woman who was married, she stayed. Either she stayed for a little bit or she stayed for a long time. Rashida. Either she stayed a little bit like Sierra and put up with a little bit of disrespect and then decided to pull the cord on the marriage. Either she stayed full, she just still in the marriage like, again, Rashida, right? I think Scrappy probably thought that I could still do my dirt and still have my family, still have my wife. I don't know. That was a clip that was circulating around on the blogs. This is no tea, no shade. No, it is all tea, all shade. I don't know how some of y'all can listen to the things that are being said and you still say in the comment section, "Oh, I believe Scrappy." You believe what that he just admitted to cheating on Bambi? Like y'all be wanting to dick ride so bad and hop on a dick and do a full split that you would rather, girl, agree with a trifling ass nigga than just saying, "Oh, in this situation, I can see why Bambi divorced Scrappy. He was cheating on her." Bambi thinks that Scrappy is cheating on her with Diamond. Fast forward to today. Scrappy and Diamond are together. Hello? Girl. And then Scrappy gets in the comment section and says, how you feel about Scrappy said how you find out your dude is texting a girl. So he's admitting to texting someone. How would you feel if Bambi was texting a big dick nigga? I just feel this way. I think it's very simple in relationships. Don't do nothing to your partner that you don't want them doing. If you know that you would have a fit if you found text messages in your girlfriend or boyfriend's phone, then you don't text nobody either. And you know you would have a fit if you went into the DMs and saw them responding. You can't help if somebody send you a DM, but you can help if you respond, okay? And you see them responding to DMs. So all I'm saying is if you don't want it done to you, don't do it to your girlfriend or boyfriend or wife or husband or whatever. A side chick, whatever y'all got going on. I don't know that. Scrappy keeps talking about what Bambi did. Listen, I want to know what Bambi did. Besides the stuff I know she did with the whole recording the phone call, which was out of line, out of order, Scrappy keeps saying that Bambi wasn't perfect. Bambi did this, but he never said what she did. I can almost guarantee you, if he said something, it will be something like, "Oh, she didn't hold me down." I mean, girl, from what Bambi was saying a couple of years ago, you couldn't even pay the light bill. So, and girl, Tyler Perry out here telling y'all, here, let me shut up. I think it would be something along that has to do with Bambi not being the wife that he wanted. That's what I really think that Scrappy would say about Bambi. Um, Sierra and Spice have a conversation. Sierra says the only thing she saw moving was that blue bob. When I say I hollered when Sierra said that, well, I love Sierra's tattoo. That tattoo, like going around, it's like going around her arms. It is so fly. I can't tell what it is. It is so fly. From what I can see, it looks fly. I put Spices on 10 because she died. That's why Spice been acting out. Part of it. Spice been acting out because Spice had a death experience when she was getting that plastic surgery and got a hold of that bad anesthesia and that bad scalpel. Hello? Chaotic says that Rennie and Rucha look like a glazed Krispy Kreme donut. Amy says that Shakana tried to check her that morning off camera about her referring to her as a that. The thing is, okay, girl, can I get some breakfast? Can I get some breakfast before you start getting in my face? Okay, I get it, Amy. It still doesn't take away from what you said, though. You said it. You said what you said. And as much as Shakana can get on our nerves, I feel like that's real of Shakana. For Shakana to come to you off camera and get in your face, they let you know that girl, it ain't no that ain't no show. That ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, is she not doing it for show? Because she tried to check you off camera. you know? Um but you said it. So she got mad at Rennie Rucci because Rennie Rucci. I feel like out of everybody on the show, I ain't gonna say everybody, but Rennie Rucci is one of the few. That girl really don't bother nobody. She really don't. Amy has a hard on for Rennie Rucci, and I think it's all because of what happened with the song. And I think whatever man that was in the middle, he pitted them against each other. I don't think that that girl knew nothing about nothing, and I think that Amy just ran with whatever story she heard, and she been disrespecting her girl ever since. Because Rennie don't bother nobody. And Rennie, from what I understand, she said, she told Shakana, she's the one who told Shakana what Amy had said. But Rennie was also saying that they talked about everything that happened, just not, it's not like she just singled out Amy. I believe it. They're going to bother nobody. Amy, girl, you got a problem with Rennie, girl, you need to let it go. They said they made up towards the end. But I was kind of with, not kind of, I was with Rennie. Like, girl, what is your problem? I also get it too, because I can see why Amy could be like, oh, so you told you messy health. You see what I'm saying? So I could see how that could kind of make them go backwards because they had made up at the women's empowerment brunch or event. But I think that was more so because they felt pressured to make up. I was with Yandy also. Yandy told the truth. Like, girl, you really disrespected Rennie. Like, you called her sly. You pretty much insinuated that she fucked 10 niggas. Like, girl, you did a lot. And like Rennie said, I never went there with the disrespect with you. She really didn't. Not that I can remember. Rennie seemed like a cool girl. I remember her being stupid over a nigga though. But I mean, girl, I guess you gotta be stupid over a nigga too sometime in your life, right? Um, I remember her being dumb over a nigga, but for the most part, Rennie seemed like she a decent chick. Shout out to Rennie Rucci. Carly Red was doing the most. I think Carly was acting this season. I think Carly was acting. I think that Carly was doing a whole bunch of unnecessary nothing, girl. I think that Carly was dusting off her acting chops because Carly, you crying. Carly is too big, girl, and too grown at her big ass age to be acting like that, girl. When Rennie and Amy was getting into it, but what are you crying over? Um, they do karaoke night or game night. Karaoke night. Basically everybody is broken up into groups. They call everybody over. I felt like that would have been a moment. They did it the wrong way. What they should have done was they played a game, say something positive about somebody. It should have been say something positive about the person you're in conflict with. That's what they should have did. Um, and then Scrappy and Bambi, they have a conversation. They talk and they wish each other well. Girl, I don't know how long that lasted because, girl, I think to this very day, girl, I think they back at it, girl. I don't know, child. You know, I think Scrappy full of shit. I think it's sad. Like I said, I don't think that Bambi is innocent. I keep saying that because I don't want nobody to talk about Bambi, blah 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 blah. I don't think Bambi is innocent, but I think it is absolutely sad. Bambi was making some points like, pretty much, bitch, we all going through the same thing. We done all been through the same thing, bitch. I'm going through with a nigga, and I would expect, but y'all already know how it works because Bambi, you do the same thing. See, this is the thing. Bambi wants them to rally around her because now she going through it with a nigga, right? But they taking a nigga side, and now they throwing niggas, right? But you did the same thing with Erica at the table when you and Erica was throwing Scrappy in each other's face. Remember that, Bam? Remember that, Bam? When you were, you're a baby mother. What did she say, Erica? You're a baby mother. I'm a wife. Well, girl, you a baby mama too now? I'm an ex-wife. There's a difference. Remember all that? Yeah, ex-wife to Mama Z, son. Yeah. And Shakana acting like, I mean, I guess when you want to get on TV, you want to be on TV. Let me tell you something. I don't think for 1 second that Bambi had 3 kids with Scrappy. 3. And she didn't care for that man. Now, it's one thing for you to sit here and say that, oh, she tried to use Scrappy to get on, because I heard she was bouncing around. I think she used to be on Basketball Wives. And I guess that didn't work out, and she tried to make her way. So you could try to, I guess you could try to use the argument that she used Scrappy to get on TV, I guess. But girl, I don't think that she I don't think that she will go that far. Now with Erica and Safari, I do think that that was a something set up for TV, and it just went too far. I don't think that Erica and Safari really thought they was gonna have kids. I think that was something because it was two fame whores. I'm spitting all in y'all face. It was two fame whores who wanted who just they're fame whores. I don't think what I think about Scrappy and Scrappy and Bambi, I don't think the same. I don't think that they did what I feel like Safari and Erica did. I think that Bambi really cared for Scrappy. Listen, Scrappy done went through Shay, Erica, Bambi, who else? Diamond, she a fool. She done got back with the nigga who cheated on like girl. And then I don't know how y'all come to. I don't know how y'all are make how y'all how Scrappy is not the common denominator in all of this. I'm so confused. Anyways, it is what it is. That's it. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good day. Bye, y'all.